My name is Dr. Robert Anthony Hernandez. The gang injunction was placed in a certain area that was saturated with gang activity. And in that area, they were going to place this court-ordered restraining order that was a stay-away order placed on a specific gang that was served papers. And the precursor to that was the gang database apparatus to tag people that they suspected were gang members. But the drivers of that were law enforcement. Started here in California, and actually other jurisdictions, other states, other cities have started to adopt some of our flawed and discriminatory policies. Me personally, I really feel it's a violation of people's rights and wellness and living. I really feel that it's a label that's used to largely demonize communities of color.
My name is Alex Sanchez. I'm the Executive Director of Unidos. It was a way to be able to restrain movement of gang members in certain communities and provide the law enforcement the tools to be able to arrest people without really probable cause or just based on racial profiling and basically where you lived. It was something that didn't work. It was a failure from the get-go. The only thing that it did was mass incarcerate people, because for the gangs, they don't eradicate. They evolve and they continue to exist beyond the gang injunction.
My name is David, and I was born and raised in McCartan Park. I joined the gang when I was 13 years old.
My name is Aaron Escalante. I'm 38 years old. I'm a gang member, trying to get my life together.
We were easy targets for law enforcement because anything they wanted to say, they'll just take you in. It could have been me and you one day, and then the cop saying, well, since you hang out with him, you're a gang member too, so here's the papers, the gang injunction. You don't have to have tattoos or anything like that, but if they see you with another known gang member, then you're pretty much being a target too.
It kind of made me feel like I didn't belong in the community, like they didn't want me anywhere. I had to be by myself at all times, basically. It couldn't even be one other person.
I was walking home and they arrested me for being in a gang-infested area. But keep in mind that I live there, but since the gang injunction, gave them that power, so they took me in.
I have family members that, do gangbang as well, and we couldn't even go to church. There was an instance where I'm coming home from church with my cousin, and I ended up in county jail for the gang injunction violation.
So we literally had to walk like 1 block apart from each other. Because they had, I think it was like 1,000 feet from each other, or something like that. Like we couldn't walk together. So somebody would be in this corner and then the other corner, and like that. It impacted the family as well, because then they were seeing how we were being harassed for no reason. They give the officers a lot of leeway, and they abuse it a lot, I'm not saying all of them, but most of them will abuse it. And that's how it came where we didn't respect law enforcement, or we had a little grudge against them, because they have that power to do whatever they want and treat us unfairly,
And we're all human. We all do have rights. Just because we have certain beliefs or we live a certain lifestyle and carry ourselves a certain way, doesn't mean that, we should be getting harassed or get thrown in jail for petty little things like hanging out with my cousin after church. It made me feel some type of way against law enforcement, because they admitted themselves, that's how the lawsuit came about, because they admitted themselves that they were violating rights. So it seems to me like they knew that from the beginning. They just didn't care.
Yeah, I got a letter in the mail, and then at first I didn't want to believe it. And I was like, nah, something's up with that. They're probably just trying to identify people.
they got sued for violating our rights, and yet they're making us work for our money. Like, that's not cool, you know. They give you options. There's like rules and regulations to your own money, right? They tell you if you have a business or you want to start your own business, they can help you with that. If you want to go to schooling, they'll help you with that. If you got like bills and like that were passed due, they'll help you with that. And then there's the work experience hours, which is what I took. While I was in prison, I lost my brother. Then 6 months after, I lost my wife. So I was like in a depression state, right? I came out and going back to the lifestyle I lived, you know, where I found my comfort in drugs. And I went down the steep hill, you know, I kind of hit rock bottom. So once I found out that I was under lawsuit and that I could come to Homies Unidos, I basically just built myself with those 10,000, you know, like coming from a place where you're on drugs all the time, you're not well dressed and stuff like that, you know. It made me feel some type of way. So when I would get paid, that's the first thing I would do: buy clothes, shoes, you know, go out and eat, just do things I would normally not do living the gang life.
No, because I mean, they only gave me 10 grand. It was like, I mean, but what about all those years that I was being harassed when I was a minor? Anyways, you know, like I was being harassed every day by them. I had to be running, like jumping fences, you know, trying to get away from it. You know, pretty much, like, because I didn't want to go to jail, and I mean, just for being in my own neighborhood, you're trying to take me to jail. So now every time I used to see the cops, I'm running, even though I don't have nothing on me, but I'm running because I'm still going in.
They're giving you that money to make you feel whole because they took something from you, right? But yet again, they're dangling it like in front of your face, like you have to do this, you have to do that to get your money. You know, like I don't think that's right at all. I think they should have just gave us the money.
And then, because there's a lot of people that got deported because of that too, you know, like, and just for being, because of the gang injunction. So they're out there too, and they qualify for it, but they're trying to see how to get in, how to communicate with them over there.
I think that people that grow up in those neighborhoods have to survive within a community that's been neglected. So we find that these laws that are created that are like hard hand, hard fist laws that are meant to discourage the youth from committing crimes don't work.
It's really about putting public back into public safety. And what does that mean? Really lifting up community versus this punitive, suppression-oriented strategy that keeps community outside.
Obviously, we're still here. We're still strong, and we're stronger now than we've ever been. So, you know, the work continues.